Hello everyone, welcome back. Or should I do it in the voice of Jeff Koinange? Oh, I can't do it. Let me be serious. So welcome back. This is the breakdowns, and as you saw in the last video, we did the asset register and we got to add an asset. We got to see its final output. We got to see how you can adjust a report that you want to print out. Then we got to see that you can download the information in different formats, that is the PDF, the Excel, and the CSV. Now, in the breakdowns management, we're going to handle an incident. Okay. Now, directly from the first look, you can see that the uptime rate is at 100. If you look at the first overview video that we did, this was at 0. So what happened was, once you indicate or you add a machine or an asset, since you've added to the system, now its life starts. So its uptime rate is at 100 because there were no incidences or breakdowns recorded. Right. So what we will do, we will log a breakdown, but before that I want you to notice that in the asset register, our machine is currently operational. So what that means is that when we indicate or when we log a breakdown or an incident, what should happen is that the machine should automatically change its status in the asset register from operational to under maintenance. And let's do that as we indicate or as we log the breakdown. When you log in the breakdown, you have two steps, but in step 1 it's still broken into 2 steps majorly. So we have these input areas that we need. So let's just go step by step as we add. So we have the incident title. We can call it let's call it incident 1. Let's just call it like that. This is just to demonstrate. Doesn't mean the incident needs to be called incident. You give your title based on what the incident is actually. So under section, before I even click on the section, when I click the machine asset, you see nothing responds. That is because we haven't chosen a section. We have to choose a section so that the assets in that section can be displayed, and then we can get to choose. So also, depending on if you have a list or a number of machines, you can get to search for them and click on whichever it is under a drop down. And you're also guided by the asset ID, because certain machines you can have 2 iron boxes but with different IDs that you give them. So you can call this, it's an iron box, an iron box. So if it's an iron box, it will be an iron box, but what will guide you will be the asset ID. So when you click the section, you can see what we have is weaving. That is because the machine that is registered is under weaving. We don't have any other machines. So when you click on weaving, our machine / asset pick drop down is activated, and then when we click on the drop down, we have the machine options. So depending on how many machines we would have, the list would just keep on flowing. But we also have a search function that helps you narrow down your search. So if we had a machine 2, maybe machine 2, so no matching assets found because we don't have a machine 2. So let's just choose machine 1. And today is date 17. So choose 5th month, then choose, let's say the incident happened at 16, 2026, and the time you can choose 1400 ready because PM. So if you put this time in 24 hours so that it can peak, but if you want to put it depending on how you understand time, you can get to do that. So okay, in the failure category, you can have the different parameters, but this is what I have. We can use this. So we can say that an electrical failure, then severity, let's say it's critical, then symptoms, you can say the plug got into contact with water. Let's say that. Then remember what we had for technicians. We can assign our technicians. So we have a technician and a lead technician. That is basically if you want to have someone supervising someone else while handling this incident. So in the assign technician, let's just choose, we can leave aside for supervisor dispatch to add later, or we can just do it right now. Let's do it right now. We can choose Saranjeji. I mean, because when you add our technicians, you also give them their titles. So let's just choose the electrical technician. It makes sense. Then we go to the next assign technician. So we have our lead technician. Again, the notification alerts just registered. So we can choose depending on availability. Now, the system is so good because it also recommends technicians to you. So depending on who has a bit of time in their hands in terms of they don't have a lot of breakdowns or preventive maintenances to handle, so whoever is currently more available than the other, it will give you that recommendation. So let's choose David Kimani for this. I have a link to just put David Kimani, put the lead technician as the overall no. So initial diagnosis, can enter the findings. Let's say let's just say broken motor. Let's not dwell so much into it. Then supporting images, you can choose as many images as you want to support, not as many as you want, maximum 5 files. So you can choose, let's just choose all these 3. Then you see it, they all pick up. Then you can have your breakdown cost. So you can see here we have an invoice, like choose file for invoice. So I'm still trying to build a system that will be able to scan through your invoice so that when you upload it, it picks up on the subtotal immediately. So you don't have to go finding also what was the type subtotal, let me go find it in the file or whatnot. Let's just indicate for now because this still hasn't been perfected, but we'll get to it. So let's say it's 5,000 and let's apply the VAT. So apply VAT automatically and finalize and log the breakdown. So when you click finalize and log the breakdown, you see root cause analysis. Do you want to perform RCA right now? You can choose no, you can do it later, or you can do RCA right now. Let's do RCA right now. So RCA is basically trying to get the, how do I call it, to the bottom of a problem. So you can have, for instance, I was late to work. Why was I late to work? Because there were no matatus. So why were there no matatus? Because there was a strike. Why was there a strike? Because drivers are not paid well. Why are drivers not paid well? Embezzlement of funds. So it's getting down to the bottom of an issue using 5-why analysis. So you keep on asking why so many things until you get to the root cause of a problem. Basically, that is what happens. So the primary root cause, let's say it's an electrical surge or fault. You just upgrade severity. If it was low, you can upgrade how critical it is or severity findings. You can upgrade it. For now, let's leave it because you're already at critical. Then by analysis, why let's say electrical failure, why lack of guard, why lack of funds because there are no funds to buy the guard. Then you can say let's say all the above. Then let's say let's not play management, or should we play management? Let's be nice. Let's not blame the management. Let's say who are maintenance. Let's say that. Or actually, since it's water, let's call it negligence. It's just somebody just neglected and let that happen. Then the immediate corrective action is to replace plug. Preventive long-term action is to train staff on segregation. So let's say maybe someone was washing and they didn't remove the plug, they just assumed. So that could be the problem. So validation and sign off of the RCA. You can put the manager name, you can say maybe let's say Lawrence, date of closure. So we do an RCA when you've already found the complete root cause of a problem, and that is always actually let's not do RCA. Sorry. Let's not do RCA. Because if we do RCA, what happens is I think the incident will close itself because it assumes that you've already found the problem and you've solved it. Because I mean, if you're doing corrective action and whatnot, it means that you've already solved the problem, so it will automatically close. So let's not close it. So this is how the incident view looks like. We have the incident title, we have the breakdown identity. This is generated by the system, so this is breakdown 1 of 2026. The weaving section, the machine 1 incident, then the serial number, and now the supplier serial number. So you can have the asset ID and the serial number. So it's currently in progress. So if you want to do RCA, do RCA. If you want to print. Then you have the breakdown metadata with the incident index or the incident ID, with the machine, the asset ID, fill a category, the technician. Now you've seen a movement right here. This downtime counts in real time, so you'll see it change by the minute. So right now it just says current downtime. This is computed live from reported time. Right, so we have the exact time reported, exact time closed, it's not yet closed. Then we have the cost summary, subtotal, the VAT applied in 16%, and the total itself. Then we have the symptoms. Then we have the initial diagnosis. Then we have the live activity log. The live activity log, what happens is that every time I make changes to this incident, it will update so that you can see what happened in between since the report of the incident till closing. Then you have the assigned technician. As I said, just choose the lead technician that is in the fault media. Now I want us to look at asset register. You will see that the machine switched from operational status to under maintenance. I hope it works. Good. So you can see the machine right now is under maintenance. So until you close the incident, it will remain under maintenance. Since we're already here, let's just look at this. We have our active breakdowns. It's one since yesterday, since we indicated date 16 and today's date 17. Then we have our meantime to repair. This will peak once we close the breakdown. And after downtime in hours, and the uptime rate is 0. Once I close the breakdown, it will start calculating. Back. So it usually, based on the life cycle that the machine has been having and the downtime that this incident has happened, it will be able to pick that uptime rate, not up to 100%, but up to where the level of the downtime impacts the machine, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, just let me know and I will get back to it. Right, let's should we close the breakdown? I think we should. And with the breakdown frequency, you can see that we have one breakdown from May 16th. Then you can see our technician workload, David Kimani, one breakdown. Availability, that is, shifts to 82% because they have an active breakdown. So until we close this, the availability will now kick back to 100. Right. So let's just let's close this and then we'll go back to the print and export features. Right. So this is where we add. If I do RCA, you can choose to close incident without doing RCA, which is not recommended. That's why we added a support system so that you don't close your incident by mistake. You get something that protects you or guards you. So if I was to click on close incident, you get please confirm, close this breakdown now. This will mark it as resolved. Just not show it again, but for the best practices, just keep it there. So if you say let's continue to the close part, let's do RCA first. Let's go back and do what we had done initially. Electrical surge of fault, failed, lack of guard, why did it happen, lack of funds, condition, then maybe negligence. Come on, didn't consider negligence. I hope that spelling is correct. Immediate correction is to replace plug. Then the long term will be train staff on segregation or sorting using Kaizen. Then verified by parents. Date of closure with today 17. Today is the 5th month, 17, then 2026. 1 second. Right. So when you close this, you can see our incident has been resolved because it assumes that once you do RCA, you've completed completely found out everything to do with your incident and resolved it. And always come back and edit it in case you find something new. But now you see that the exact time closed, captures, and registered downtime. Now it says now this is the downtime capture during the incident window. So let's engage the activity log. Let's go back and let's say no, we don't need this. RC is fine. The RC is fine. Let's update the incident. We can change it back to say it's on hold, and the reason being is we are awaiting funds or reimbursement. Then the labor hours none, since it's just waiting for funds. Let's save this update. It goes back to on hold, and you get to see that the live activity log logs in and says it's on hold, awaiting funds with the timestamp. Right, so that's cool. Let's just close this. Yes, and right, I think our asset register should have gone back to operational. Cool. And now we can look at the print features of what we will get once just to print. As you can see, the uptime rate now peaks in lifetime. So depending on your exact moment or present time, you get to see where the uptime rate is at. Now, let me explain the mean time to repair and why it looks like it's just a copy of the total downtime. So the mean time to repair is, assume you have two incidences. You took 13 hours to repair one, you took 2 hours to repair the other. So those are two incidences and 15 hours of downtime. So those 15 hours of downtime divided by the two incidences, you would get a 7.5 MTTR. So that would be your mean time to repair. But since this is just only one incident, it will just pick the exact as the downtime. But if we added more incidences, it will still calculate. Then when you look at the breakdown frequency, we can get this report. If we print this, before we print, you see that our technician workload now goes back to availability of 100% because now the incident has been closed and so the technician is open for any other tasks. So we can print this. Let's just start with the print. So when we print this frequency, I think by default the frequency was 7 days, but this will give you a view of 7 days. As you can see by the chart view, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is date 17. So 16 we had one incident, right? So this is the report that you can get. The name of the report. So this was made, the reason why you're seeing production department and scope engineering is because the logic was the person you are creating for the engineering department is under production. So that's why they didn't put engineering as a department, but it's just under production. And we have reported by, that is the user, time generated. At this time, the period of the report is to display data from this time. So this is the amount before VAT. VAT amount, the total cost, and only showing one record, which is this from May 16th. And we have details of the breakdown frequency. We have the executive insight. So for this insight, you would see one breakdown incident or incidences were logged in the selected reporting period, and peak incident load occurred on May 16th with one incident. So depending on how many incidences there were, you would get an insight of what was the peak incident load. And the most common severity in this view is critical. So as we said, our severity between critical, medium, and low, you would get that insight as well. This is auto-generated. Then you get your cost and VAT summary, that is the amount before VAT, the VAT amount, the VAT rate, and the total cost with the VAT. Then you get to see your chart data. You see between periods in dates, the value, that is the number of incidences that occurred, then the amount before VAT, as you can see, then the VAT amount, it still peaks, and total cost. But it will give you that depending on, if you choose even 30 days, you would get a report for all those days. But not to get a whole bunch of congestion, let's just work with this. Then cost trend, you'll get to see, I mean, this is just for data analytics, you'd get to see it as well. So this is, I think this is a split of total cost and the VAT amount, right? Then let's go back. go back. So let's what do we do first? Okay, let's print the incident so that we can get to see the incident itself. So when we print the incident, we get the name of the incident that we're printing for, the breakdown ID, the status it's resolved, the severity is critical, the recorded date was this, so the asset with the incident was this, the section was weaving, the downtime was that, amount before VAT, and the total cost is VAT. Then you get a bit of incident summary, that is the technician who was assigned, the serial number, the reported at, close that, the amount before VAT, the VAT rate, the VAT amount, the VAT cost. It's the symptoms and initial notes that we wrote, and the initial diagnosis or notes. Then we get to see that is the progress log. So if someone wanted to tell me, if your boss asked you, give me an update of this breakdown, what is happening? So every time you keep on updating your incident, you can just get the report instead of trying to now do things manually. So this is very efficient. Alright, so let's close, and then now let's download or export our files in different formats. Let's export this as PDF. So let's just go breakdowns, and then let's export this again as Excel just to see the difference. Right, so when you click on breakdowns report, you get now a tabular data that captures these incidences. So this is the breakdowns management list, so definitely it will give you the details of the list. You can see one bug here that we'll have to look at. So you can see the technician email and the failure category. There is no wrapping of this data, so they kind of clash, but that's okay. You can fix that later. Then we have the breakdowns export. This will be in tabular data as well, but just for the same, but in Excel format. This one is good. This one spreads the data accordingly, so this is okay. So yeah, so it picks all that, so you can get to export this in any kind of form that you want. Let's export the breakdown frequency in Excel. No, let's start with PDF just to see. Hope it works. Okay, it's picked up. Then Excel, the same. Then let's look at the breakdown frequency report. So this is the same as what you print in PDF, but now you can just have it as PDF with color and all that. So this is pretty. It's good. I think the format is nice. I think it works well. Then we can look at the Excel bit. And so this is Excel. This will just tell you the same data that you're trying to look for, but in an Excel format. So that's it. The report, the department, everything else, all your numbers, you have it here. So in any case, depending on what format you wanted, you would get it. So let's just cancel this, and thank you. So you can see your uptime rate is at 24. It still continues populating until the very end. Thank you so much for watching this. This has been a long video, but I'm glad that it has gotten to capture what the breakdown does. And yeah, pretty cool stuff, I think. Don't you think so? Let me know in the comments. Share your thoughts and views, and yeah, see you in the next video. Like, share, sub, comment, do the needful, and have a good one. We'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.